So Randy, we just saw the reveal for your new car. It's looking awesome already. One of the things I wanted to chat with you a little about is, as you know, I'm a huge proponent of modifications on cars. I love it to death. But yours already has a ton done to it already, which is awesome.
Sure does.
So I kind of want to chat with you that a little bit. So I'm thinking let's just start here. What do you got on here for the wheels?
I never can say this brand because I was born and raised in the South and I can't pronounce words like this. So Taylor, can you pronounce this word for me?
It looks like it's Varstowen wheels. That's what my guess is. I also don't know the correct way to pronounce it, but I know those look like they're replicas off of Weds, which I know is huge. They're big in Japan, but they're also really pricey. So I've always been love that kind of style.
Oh yeah, they're 18s. So there is a bit of a camber on the wheels just to make them fit just right, but I mean they look amazing.
Your guards are rolled too, which is pretty cool. So that's something that also will help a lot with that scrubbing and everything. Yeah. So you shouldn't have to worry about that too much. So I think it's those look awesome. So moving on from these, let's go ahead and scoot down a little bit further here.
Yeah, we got these STI replica side skirts here that came with it. They're not currently painted. I kind of like it like that. If I do paint them, they may end up just being flat black. I like the blue and black.
Yeah. So if I'm thinking correctly, these are also not factory, right?
No, they're not factory. Little wind visor sunshades. I've always wanted them on one of my cars, and I'm glad that I have one of them on there now.
One thing I noticed too is these are actually, it's kind of hard to see on camera, but these are translucent. Like there actually is a little bit of, oh wait, are they? Yeah, they are. Yeah, if you look from the bottom up. So it's basically like just a tinted piece like that. Yeah. So moving back a little bit, one of the things that I wanted to point out is that's a shark antenna, if I believe. Now, for those who you aren't as familiar with these cars, those came on, or that kind of style came on BRZ, not the FRSs. But the interesting thing is that's actually not a BRZ one; that's an aftermarket one. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Oh yeah.
So what else you got here?
We got the other little visor here off the back. It just stylistically looks cool, if you ask me. I don't know what it really does functionally, but it looks really cool.
Absolutely.
And if we keep coming right on back, we have this spoiler here, which just makes the back end just look.
That's one of the things I always really like the duckbill spoilers that on these cars, because it really follows the natural body lines. Because another one of those things you may not be able to see super well on camera, but it's really is clear when you're a person. They have these lines right here that actually have this nice curve to it. They all kind of flow into the back and kind of gives it that nice sweeping design. So, are your windows look tinted? Is that right?
Yes, they are tinted.
Okay. You know what the percentage is on those?
I have not checked yet.
They look legal.
They do look legal. My brother, who's a cop, has one of those tint shields, and I just haven't checked yet.
Gotcha. That's cool. So moving on then. So what do we got down here? Those are actually we don't even know what those are, do we?
We don't know what those are.
So let's ignore that.
We're gonna ignore them completely.
So I guess moving on to the back here. I know that is a Valenti fourth brake light, if I'm thinking correctly.
Yes.
So I know we still got to wire in a couple other things on it, but regardless, those are super cool. I've always wanted one of those. You want to talk to us a little bit about the badging?
Yes. Now, see here, it's a Toyota badge, not a Scion badge. Previous owner went through and badge swapped everything on this car. It's all Toyota.
It's even in the interior, right?
Even on the interior. The only Scion piece is on my key.
Which, I mean, we can fix that with a Sharpie, but maybe not. That's maybe not the best idea. Well, that's cool. For those of you who don't know, Toyota made an 86, or it's the same car as the FRS, and it's the same car as the BRZ. There's just very minor, subtle differences. Like they are making Toyota 86 now because Scion disbanded in the United States, but they've been making the 86s abroad in like England and several other places, in Japan especially as well. That they were branded as Toyotas even though it was a Scion. So that's kind of neat. So, well, we've kind of covered the outside a little bit. But one of the things that we haven't covered yet, your car looks lower than it came from the factory.
Yes. In the back here, we have SPC low-end control arms. If we can get in there and kind of maybe see that.
I know they're way buried back there, but what kind of springs are you running on those? Because those are icy colors back there.
Those are, I never say this name right. I always think of Dragon Ball Z and 10, but it's Time, something like that, springs.
Okay. So if you want to pop your hood real quick, we'll take a look down there.
Fun individually.
It's all good. Woo! Good old Subaru flat fours, gotta love them.
Oh yeah.
So talk us through what you got here.
So the first thing you notice off fast is this Grimsby cold air intake. It's just sitting right on top, and it's a thing of beauty.
This is beautiful. I love the fact that they took the time and the trouble to actually put the heat shield around it so that way you have proper cold air coming in. That makes life a lot easier. So the Grimsby is really cool, don't get me wrong, but looking down there, I see some very aftermarket looking piping.
Yes, this is a piece de resistance that came on this thing. They are JDL unequal length headers.
That's awesome. Cause so to make full use of them, I know you need a tune. Is that something you got on here as well?
Yes, we have a stage 2 open flash tablet tune on it.
Nice. So that actually makes it go pretty well. I know according to their specs that it's supposed to increase about 20 horsepower or so, and for all of you haters out there, no, I'm not going to say that. For all the people out there who are curious, a lot of times when you do exhaust and intake work on a naturally aspirated car, it doesn't really do that much. But with these cars, the way they're tuned, if you can combine those headers with that stage 2 tune, it makes it actually pretty responsive and sounds really good as well. So apart from a couple other things, I noticed you got some hood dampers here, so that's really cool. I think you got HIDs in this, right?
Yes.
Cool. But man, I think it's one of the coolest things. It's like there's so much done to it already, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very jealous about a lot of it. So as you've heard from me repeatedly,
we went to go look at it at the dealership,
Yep.
and as we were looking over it, we said, "Well, there's this, and there's this, there's this. Where do I sign?"
Yeah.
It's basically how it went.
And not to mention, you got actually a pretty good deal on it when all is said and done. So that's pretty cool. So, man, thanks for letting us look around and look at all the mods and stuff and like that. I really like it, and I'm excited to see what you got. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's talk about that for a second. What do you want to do in the future?
Oh yeah, future mods. I'm gonna put an exhaust on it. Taylor's got a nice exhaust on his FRS. I may just copy him on that.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
I'm going to put some fog lights in it because right now I just have big empty holes where the fog lights are supposed to go, which does make it easy to change the light bulbs out.
That's true. We did learn that.
Besides the point. I am going to put a sub in the back because I'm from East Ridge.
And you're a music guy in general, so.
But I mean, other than that, I mean that's all I'm looking to do to it.
I think that's the thing is it's set to a point where you really don't need to do anything to it very much. Yeah. All the stuff you want to do is all real minor stuff anyway. Yeah. So I mean that's pretty cool. So, well, thanks for checking out Randy's new car with us. Super exciting, and I'm super excited to see all the stuff that we got planned for the future. That's just great. Remember, we have our Facebook and Instagram, which you can check out both on screen and in the description down below. And don't forget, if you have a car that you think is interesting, we have a Google Doc form that's going to be in there as well. They can fill it out, and we'll get in contact with you, and we'll check out some pictures, and we will hopefully get you on the show. It could be you, might not be. If you drive a boring Datsun, well, Datsuns aren't boring. Some Datsuns can be cool. It's fine. Regardless, we have new videos coming out every week, so be sure to check in the very near future, which is next week.
Next week.
Yep. Nailed it. Thanks for watching, guys.